So for the past two updates for both 1.14 and the 1.15 betas, I made videos talking about custom structures. There's actually a brand new program out right now that you can go ahead and get for custom structures. And this is a really good program created by Machine Builder. It is going to be a paid program. So if you don't have any money, then there is also a free version. But for the free version, it's very limited in features. You will find a link down below to his video where he does explain it in further detail. So to begin with, I'm going to go ahead and show you this custom structure that I built right here. So I basically went ahead and made myself a little swamp hut. And this is going to be for an add-on that I'm working on. This is going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a general idea of what we have going on. So we have ourselves a nice little cauldron full of water. We have ourselves a barrel, which we are going to go and put some loot inside there later on. And we also got ourselves an armor stand. Now I do want to point out that you need to make sure that you keep track of your coordinates so that way you know on where your structure is. And you got to remember the name of your world as well. But right here is going to be the feature world generator v2. We have ourselves all these different files, but you're going to go ahead and click on this right here, the feature world generator pro.exe. Now if you have the free version, then it is going to defer. The free version is very limited. Whenever you get yourself the free version, there's going to be some features that you will not have like you have in the pro version, such as custom loot tables, or even the ability of changing other MBT data. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up right here. Now whenever you go ahead and purchase it, you do have to go ahead and activate the program as well. It is quite simple. But I'm going to go ahead and click on continue to FRG and get started. So then you can go ahead and choose your behavior pack. And this is the one thing I really like. But I'm going to go ahead and select this right here. I'm going to go and click on new structure. And we're going to select our world. So now as you can see, we got ourselves a heads up display. And now if you go ahead and hold down control and you use your mouse wheel, you can actually go ahead and change the size of this. So matter of fact, I'm just going to go to full screen. And I'm going to go ahead and go over this way until we find ourselves our hut. So this is where you're going to go and type in your coordinates, by the way. Now if you want to select something, you actually have to use the number keys on your keyboard. So you're going to go ahead and press 1 for point 1. Then you go to the other one and you do 2. And that's going to go ahead and do point 2. And that's going to select the entire structure. So then over here, we're also going to have to do the same thing. So point 1 and point 2. But I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And now we can go ahead and choose our name. So I'm actually going to go call this root hut. We can go ahead and choose our spawn chance. By default, it's going to be 5. Now 5 is actually going to make it very common. If you do 1.0, then it's not going to be as common. It's going to be a little bit rare. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and do 5. Now if you want to have air inside the structure, you can just go ahead and select that. But this is going to be very useful for underground structures, like custom dungeons and things like that. Now enable grounded check. This is going to be very good if you're inside the end. Because if you're inside the end, then if you don't have this checked, then all the structures, they're going to be spawning in the sky. It's going to be a big old mess. You do not want that at all. So I always go ahead and select grounded check. So that way it's nowhere in the sky or anything like that. So then I can go ahead and select the generation method. Inside of here we can choose surface, underground, sky, or underwater. So I'm going to select surface. Now right here we have ourselves the offset. Now since the Y offset of the structure uses a negative value to position the structure further into the ground. So if you were to go and do -1, then it's going to go further into the ground. If you go higher than that, like let's say 1, it will go above the ground. So then if I go ahead and select this right here, we have customize MBT data. So we can go ahead and choose our loot tables. We can modify mob spawners. Now this right here, if I select add entities, then it's going to say do not use this feature. It is still being worked on and it is not a functional stage. Then we have our container loot tables. Now wherever you go and put a container, that's going to go ahead and tell you on where it is. So if I were to go and select that loot table, then here you can go ahead and type out wherever the loot table is. So I'm actually not going to worry about that yet. I'm just going to go and click on open loot table creator. And this is where you can actually create your own custom loot tables. And it's completely random. Whenever you find this inside your world, then the structures can have completely random loot every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and do full screen. I'm going to go ahead and select add pool. And here you can go ahead and select how many rolls it is. I'm going to go ahead and go for 1. And then if I were to click on add entry, then we can go ahead and type in the name of the item that we want. We can do the count. We can do the weight, the data values, the enchantment levels, and even the damage of it as well. So as you can see, I went ahead and made myself my own little loot table right here. So as you can see, I went ahead and made myself a little loot table right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just select save loot table. So then I'm going to go ahead and select chests. And then I'm going to go ahead and select save. So then that's basically it for that. Just click on the set loot table. And then we're going to go and select on what our loot table is. And then save loot table changes. If you have yourself like any mob spawners, then you can go and change those as well. Yet again, do not use this. This is not functional yet. So let's go and click on save MBT changes. And that's basically it for all of this. And we can go and select continue the biome selection. So inside of here, we can go ahead and choose presets. So if you're going to spawn on every single biome, then you can go and select overworld on land or water bodies if you want on water. Or you can go and choose an individual biome inside of here. For me, I'm going to go and select overworld on land just to make things a little bit easier. So another thing about this is that you can have custom biomes, which is really great. So over here, I'm going to go and select create structure, and it says structure has been created. Now another thing is that you can also go and edit the structure whenever it's created. So I already activated the add-on, and I turn on experimental gameplay. So if I go ahead and click on create, then whenever we get into the world, then we should start seeing all of our structures spawning all the way around us. Because I went ahead and made it a 5.0, so that way they can go ahead and spawn a lot more commonly than they would otherwise. So yet again, if you want to make them a lot rarer, then go ahead and decrease the 5 down to a 1. And if I go ahead and show you some of the loot tables, if I look inside of here, we will sell some melon seeds. If I go ahead and come over to this one, and I look into the barrel, if I can even get in there, then now as you can see, we got ourselves seeds in different locations. I kind of want to go and see if we can find ourselves the diamond sword, because one of these is going to contain a diamond sword. So we got ourselves boats in that one. I found the one with some diamond swords. So I went ahead and made it to where you can get 3 diamond swords inside these chests. But also you can get level 30 enchantments. But it seems like all the enchantments are going to be completely the same, which is actually quite unfortunate. I kind of wish that it would have been a little bit random with each one. But as you can see, we got ourselves looting 2, sharpness 3, curse of vanishing 1, and mending 1. Now let's see if we can find ourselves another one with some diamond swords. Okay, so I found another one with 3 diamond swords. So let's see if the enchantments are different. So it does seem like the enchantments are different every time you go ahead and find one of these structures. But with that one, that is basically it for how you get custom structures to generate inside your world in the 1.16 update. This is going to be a really good thing for lots of creators out there. And I can already see a lot of people using this in the near future. Because Machine Builder, he does deserve a lot of recognition for this program. So if you have not seen this program yet, go ahead and try out the free version. And if you decide that you want to get the pro version, then you can go ahead and do that. Because this is going to be a very easy program to use for anybody. This is going to be a very good program for anyone who might want to have custom dungeons, custom structures, pretty much anywhere. But I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think of this program. And if you enjoyed today's video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!